Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Nikki here and I've been away from the camera for a while. I had another long weekend down in Brisbane for a fizzy dance competition, but I am back at my desk and it is time for part 7 of my series 30 ways to decorate a junk journal, or hashtag JJJ30. I have a playlist if you have missed any of the previous videos that you can go and check out. But today we're going to have some fun just doing some collaging. You don't always have to write on your pages. Sometimes you can just have some fun and do some simple collaging, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm picking a nice plain page as my base. And we're going to do some gluing and sticking and just create something pretty. And today I've gone for a bit of a spring theme because it's winter here in southeast Queensland. But I can tell you we had 27 degrees Celsius yesterday. Now that almost feels like summer, let alone spring or winter, that's for sure. So I thought, how about we have some fun? Now what I've done here is, to start my spring theme, I'm very loosely going to put down a few torn strips of blue paper just to sort of represent the sky. We're not going for an absolutely perfect look here. We just want to do a bit of collaging and seeing that it's involving some flowers and a pot. I thought maybe we might have to have a little bit of something like a sky just for fun. So I've got some torn up magazine pages, and this is some plain white copy paper that had some watercolor painted on it. I did it for something else, never used it. So I thought today, why not use it to make a bit of sky? And that way we've just sort of got a couple of different shades happening there. As I said, this is not about trying to make what you would call a perfect looking thing. It's just about having some fun, using up some scraps, and that's what we're doing. So I think that's probably sort of enough sky for now. Nice and easy. The next thing, I've just grabbed this cute little scrap because it's bright and colourful, and I'm going to pop that down the bottom. It's sort of to represent a table, a tablecloth, a bench. I have no idea. Somewhere in a garden or on a balcony or a deck where you may have a nice little pot of flowers. And I just thought I wanted a bit of a colour pop. Now, my little pot. Doing a bit of recycling here. If you have ever had a coffee cup, you know that it can be recycled, but you can also turn it into a really cute little pot. All I did was cut a little bit out from the top. It then automatically gives you this sort of dome shape, and that looks like a little pot. All I did was slap on 2 quite thick coats of brown, sort of almost a terracotta-y coloured paint, but you could use any brown. I could have put some gesso, white gesso down first to make it look a little bit more perfect, but I think this is just fine. Now, because this is a little bit raised, I won't be able to use normal glue stick. I'm going to use my favourite Tiger glue, which I'm just doing over on the side here because I've got a messy sheet of paper for my gluing. And I'm going to put a decent, generous amount on here because we want it to stick just on the edges. I think about there. That looks quite central. And then I've just got to hold this here for a minute. The glue doesn't take long to hold, but because it's a dome shape and not flat, just need to apply a little bit of pressure. I'm not worried about trying to get the middle of it to stick down. I quite like the idea of it having a little bit of a dome because that's what a pot looks like. So that should do it. You don't usually have to hold down too long with this glue. Then the next thing I've done, I did some fussy cutting. I've got the flowers from a magazine And I'm going to start with these 3 stems. And again, because it's not glued down at the top, I will be able to tuck things down as required. So we're going to do something like that. But for the moment, I'm not going to stick all the flowers down. I'm just going to put a few little dots of glue just down the center, or the stem, so to speak, so as that we can get it to hold in place, but not, because we might want to tuck some leaves under the flowers. Otherwise, all the leaves will be on top of the flowers, and that might not look quite so good. So I'm just putting a tiny little bit. I'm using my tiger glue again, just because I can put nice little dots of this down. Then we'll put this one to the side here a bit. Might even, you know, tuck that one a little bit under there. We can do that because we haven't glued our flowers down. I might not actually even end up gluing them down. I might leave them sticking up a bit like that. I quite like that. But we'll see how we go. And again, see, I can tuck that one in there easily because I haven't glued the flowers down. There we go. So we've got a few pretty blooms. Then I found a few different magazine pages. I have a variety of little green leaves here. As I said, this is not a, I mean, look, if you want to be a perfectionist, by all means, cut them all out of the same one. But I thought it might be fun if we just use a few different colours. And again, I'm not going to worry about them sitting down perfectly. And see, some of these bigger ones, we might sort of want to tuck in behind the flowers. I think that will look better than sitting on top of all the flowers. But I thought if I stuck the leaves down first, it might be a bit harder to judge where we want to put our flowers. Whoops-a-daisy. Excuse me, Mr. Tweezers. That is not what we're trying to do here. So let's see. Tuck another one in under there. Just trying to fill in a little bit of the blank space. Again, not trying to make it so realistic. Just having some fun. Again, using up magazine scraps. It's amazing when you go through magazines how so often we just look for all the pretty pictures, but having a little collection of plain colours, you can then create all sorts of interesting things. So that's what I've done. Now, this was, I think, I don't know, I don't even know what magazine it was from, honestly. I just went through my stash and grabbed a few goodies. And then again, just tuck it in under the flower. Yes, I don't think I'll stick those flowers down. I quite like them sitting like that. So, again, this is a different coloured one again. But who cares? It's fun. And that's all we're trying to do here, is just have some fun and use our stash. So this is, again, cost-free way of decorating a page, providing you have a few basic supplies. You can have all sorts of fun. You just have to sometimes look beyond the basics. So I think we'll put one more up here. Try and, oops, come on, Mr. Tweezers. Tuck that in there. Now, where else we need to fill a little gap? And I didn't even bother drawing these out. I literally just went to town, hand cutting them, because honestly, they don't have to all be perfect. I did just decide on that very basic initial shape though. That's about the only thing. No, let's see, that one doesn't quite go. We might pop that under there. There we go. Couple more little ones, I think. And then I think that will probably be enough. I don't mind that natural background. I was actually going to put some watercolour down, but decided, no, just keep things simple. Don't bother. Doesn't all have to be crazy decorated. Where do I need more? Maybe one more out here, a nice little one. Let's do that. And then I think we might just call it quits with the flowers. I mean the leaves, I think that will do. I wasn't sure how many I need or how dense I wanted it to be, but I'm happy with that, I think. Yep, there we go. Pop that one in there. All right, then just a couple of other little pretty bits. I found these cute little butterflies. I think we could do with one of those. They've certainly got a spring vibe. Now, where shall we place? We might put him, no, maybe, down, no. I like him up here. He can be coming into land to get some nectar. And then I think we'll put this other one down. Can be flying off, had its feed. There we go. And now what I might do, I've also got a couple of other flowers here. What we might do is sprinkle these down the bottom so it looks as though, a couple of these blossoms have fallen off. Oops, sorry for knocking the tripod. We'll just pop a couple down here for fun. Seeing I spent ages fussy cutting them, I might as well use them. The others I think are too big. I'm not going to use them. I think that's overdone. So we might just pop that down there. And then I think we need a little sentiment. And I think this one is cute. We'll just trim a little bit off it. It says Butterfly Kisses. And it's on a white background, so I will just pop that. Ooh, no, I'm going to pop it up here. There we go. So they're very, very simple. Use your stash and you can create a fun little page. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I actually really like those flowers not being fully glued down. Gives the page just a little bit more dimension. But look, how simple was that? A no-cost, fun way to decorate a junk journal page. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you would do that. And if you enjoyed this quick little video, please hit the like button. Greatly appreciated. Bye for now.